What's going on, everybody? It's Sheen Jamal. I'm here on behalf of the Lunchroom Weekly. If you haven't already, make sure that you like, comment, share, subscribe to this channel, and more specifically, this video. This week will be a little different as I'll be talking about a story involving a good friend of mine named James Joyner, who went missing in April 2020.
We've been tearing each other down for centuries. Yes. Let's use our words to lift each other up, to see your brother, to see your sister in one another. Let love. That's it. Reach out there, hand and touch. Okay? That's why we came out here, to get some love. And we're going to be coming up here more often to give some love, to give some encouragement, so that y'all can stay uplifted and so that light can stay beaming.
James is listed as a missing person in 2 states, both North Carolina and Georgia, and the family deserves answers. Recently, cases that are very similar to this have gotten nationwide coverage, and I think that this case should be no different. This story should be no different. I have notified every party involved with this story that this podcast would be published. I have gotten full permission from the family to talk about this story in detail, in hopes that we can get a full and proper investigation into what happened to James Joyner. On the night of April 26, 2020, James Joyner left his residence in Clinton, North Carolina to go on a weekend trip with a friend to Atlanta, Georgia. James only took a weekend bag as he was slated to be returning as the weekend ended. But as the weekend ended and days went by, James never returned, but the friend he went to Atlanta with did. Days turned into weeks, weeks turned into months, months turned into a year, and as of April 2022, it'll make 2 years since James has went missing and has been reported as a missing person in 2 states, both North Carolina and Georgia. His family has gotten no answers, no follow-ups, and the person that he went to Atlanta with is still scotch-free and hasn't been investigated further. Attached to this video, you will see a Facebook post that was made by the friend in question not too long after James went missing. A lot of insinuations were made, even as far as him telling James to rest in eternity. For some reason, authorities have not used this Facebook post as evidence in questioning him further as to the whereabouts of James. Also attached to this video, you'll see a conversation between both myself and the friend in question, in which he states that James left the hotel and never returned. Now, this is particularly sketchy because not only did he not notify authorities, he didn't notify his family, and he returned without him. And now, as of next year, will make 2 years that no one has heard anything from James. James and I were dance colleagues, and I can attest to the fact that James was very warm, caring, genuine, and unlikely to be the kind of person that would just vanish, not letting his family or his close friends know where he was going or when he'd be back. As I mentioned earlier, there was a case that was eerily similar to this that happened this year that gained nationwide coverage, and I feel that we should give this the same energy. Our black and brown people need the same energy. They need the same coverage because, believe it or not, this is happening all over. This is just one instance of black and brown people that have gone missing and have not gotten the same coverage. If you have any information about the whereabouts of James Joyner, please get on your phone and call College Park Police Department immediately at 404-761-3131.